cosmos. Knowledge of yourself is the key for lost souls. Too many perish from it. I be like Fred Sanford, calling you a big dummy. You got big money, so what? Who cares? Currency is energy, it's all something we have. However, back to the basics. This vibe is too high for you to try and take.
Where did this energy come from? Where did this energy come from? Yeah. Where did this energy come from? This frequency. Where did this energy come from? Yeah. These vibes are high. This energy, this frequency makes you feel crazy. These vibes so right, make you feel so free. This frequency, this energy. Where did this energy come from? Where did this energy come from? Yeah. Where did this energy come from? Where did this energy come from? Yeah. Where did this energy come from? Where did this energy come from? Yeah.
Energy coming from the cosmos. Knowledge of yourself is the key for lost souls. Too many perish from it. I be like Fred Sanford, calling you a big dummy. You got big money, so what? Who cares? Currency is energy, it's all something we have. However, back to the basics. This vibe is too high for you to try and take.
Where did this energy come from? Where did this energy come from?
Reasons, so I might have to get up out here. We probably don't have yeah, because this is there it goes right there. Where does this energy come from, y'all? It's the energy. It's good energy though, but it's the energy of the internet. Okay, you can hit pause when you ready, but y'all on now. You see y'all now. Hey, y'all, so we ain't gonna take up too much time because I'm just trying to get this together. We're gonna move the time to 9:45 so that our technician can get us on. So we're gonna introduce ourselves. I'm Tamar Tafari. I'm Tamar. And we're gonna pause this music. Okay, so we are happy to be here. We were supposed to have been on at 9:30, but we're going to move the time up next Friday to maybe 9:45 because of technical difficulties. Our technician, she was working to get us on here. We was going to kind of like say forget it, bye, but she got it together. So we're going to speak a little bit briefly about a little bit of health and wellness. I want to start with this is a part 2 from where me and Sister Tamar left off about 3 weeks ago, because we ain't been on it about 3 weeks. So we're going to start with some mental health. A lot of our people suffer from mental imbalances. Some people call it crazy. Some people call it insanity. But I call it more or less mental imbalances. It is.
And it can come from, it can be hereditary. It can come from the environment. It can come from the food. It can come from alcohol. It can come from drugs.
Yeah.
It could come from many things. And I think that we kind of avoided as a people in regards to reaching out and helping our loved ones or friends or co-workers or neighbors when it comes to mental health. So mental health is very important because it helps us make rational decisions. It helps us along the way in life. It helps us take care of our children, take care of our health physically. um, it makes us productive individuals in society. So mental health is very important. I mean, it's certain things that you can take depending on what you have. Some people have bipolar, some people have schizophrenic. It's a bunch of medical names that is associated with people's mental imbalances. I don't really want to go into it because it's a lot, but um, I think it's things that we can do as far as a people to help our loved ones or friends, whoever we're around with this mental thing. It's herbs, it's meditation, it's some people do, they use pharmaceuticals. I don't really agree with pharmaceuticals, but I'm more on the path of homeopathic remedies for imbalances, mental imbalances. Tamar, did you work in that profession, or did you kind
Well,
of?
yeah, worked for Crossroads, and I don't know if I should even mention it, but yeah, for years. And alcoholism was a big deal. And I think a lot of people, when they have mental issues, they self-medicate
Mhm.
on alcohol. And a lot of times back when I worked for them, I did more administrative stuff, but I would also, because I care about the sisters, I would also kind of work with them
Right.
in certain activities.
Right.
But mental health is crucial for us to even be able to understand what we got to do in life.
Yes.
So we're like kind of messed up emotionally. And that's another thing. I'm working on that myself, emotional intelligence, where we don't find ourselves jumping off the handle all the time.
Right.
Get
Yeah,
upset.
some people feel that mental health is embarrassing, right? So they don't take the time to know that they have the mental health by getting counseling and things like that. Because in Black community, it's like it's a
Taboo.
It's
like a
taboo.
taboo.
something. Yeah,
Stigma.
something is
Like a
wrong
fear.
with me going to counseling.
Absolutely.
They don't feel that me going to counseling is a good thing. They feel like, girl, what you need counseling for? Why would you go to counseling? And in our community, they think that they look down. Yeah, exactly. They look down on the fact that people go to counseling. And I think that for them to look down on it, that is absolutely ridiculous, and they need counseling themselves. Because why would you look down on somebody trying to help you get your life together because you know that you have mental illness? People know when something ain't right with themselves, within themselves. So, that's, to me, it shouldn't be looked down on. I think everybody should look into some type of form of counseling, even if it's talking to your brother, your sister, or your mother or your father.
Right. Counseling, therapy. It's a lot of things that can be provided and used for mental imbalances. And I think that our people, we kind of, when you look at a lot of the homeless people, a lot of them have, like you were saying, alcoholism, drug addiction, which brings on mental, illness. But
Sure does.
I think with meditation and eating as properly as possible, and exercise, and nature, and support from loved ones, I think for the most part it can be somewhat combated.
Well, they first of all, you have to have a will to want
Yes,
that to
that's
happen.
true.
And if nobody can really persuade you to just do it, they have to have the will to want to change their mental illness.
Right.
And we all have it at some time or another when we get depressed. Yeah.
That's a form of some sort of mental illness. Some of us stay depressed. Some of us do not.
Yeah.
Don't mean you weaker than me. I used to think it was a weakness. I'm gonna be real honest. But the more I look around and the more I see that middle passage and the way we've been treated as a people had a big, 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 big impact on our mental illnesses.
Right.
Huge.
Mm-hmm.
To the point of I had to change my mindset about it. Because I noticed there were so many people that had mental illness.
I think a lot of us suffer from some form of mental illness, mental imbalances, whether it's depression, anxiety, um, I mean, I don't really like putting those names on it, like schizophrenic and bipolar.
I don't either.
You know, it's just an imbalance. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
But I think we need to, you know, embrace those members or, you know, family members, friends, close friends, and kind of reach out to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were
somebody to listen to them.
Yeah. We were me and my grandson was going to the Sarah Center, and it's on Republican and Liberty, and it's a lot of homeless people and I don't even like calling them homeless. You know what I'm saying? People that doesn't have proper or adequate housing. Cause, you know, long as you're in nature is your first home. You know what I'm saying? And before we had houses and stuff, we lived in nature. You know what I'm saying? And to it's kind of sort of like a stereotype saying, oh, they're homeless or they're bums. And my grandson, he was like, Grandma, why is they sleeping on the street? I said, well, they don't have any houses. He said, well, why is they dirty? And because one of them came up to me and asked me for some change. And I didn't want to stop and give it to him because I had my grandson with me. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to protect him. Sometimes you don't know what these people is capable of
because it's mental.
Yeah, and so we walking up the street, and you could smell it was reeking from urine. So my grandson, so we walking up the street, and it was some sisters and brothers on the side. They wasn't homeless. They was regular people. I ain't gonna say regular people, but they were people, you know, sitting outside their cars, chilling and stuff. So we walking up the street, and he holding his nose like this. And the one brother said, take your finger off your nose. It don't stink. He said, it do smell like doodle and pee. I said, boy, pee.
Yeah, they brutally out. Yeah.
So,
doodle and pee when they smell it.
I said, well, if you don't be quiet. So
I hold my breath. Anyway.
That's what I was doing. So, you know, I was trying to, right. I was making an effort to explain to him, you know, what these people were going through. You know what I'm saying? He's a baby. He don't know no better. You know what I'm saying?
And babies to tell you the truth.
Yeah, and he was like, they some bums, Grandma. I said, boy, he just kept.
The one you had up here?
Yes, he just would not. He was relentless. He would not be quiet. So I finally set him down and I talked to him about these people. You know what I'm saying? But it's, you know, it's hurtful to see. I don't care what nationality, what color you are, what hue, to see our people, you know, laying in the streets and, you know, I mean, they actually sleep in front of that building. And for me to go there and take classes, it's you know, it's heart wrenching. You know what I'm saying? You want to help. I mean, the only thing you could do is give a couple of dollars and, you know, tell them to, you know,
my couple dollars ain't gonna help.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not. You know, and I mean, I used to always give, but I kind of stopped. Like, all you probably going to do is get some drugs and alcohol. I don't know. But
I need my change.
We just got.
It don't have to be that lazy. Everybody, I still think when you breath, man, you can get up.
That's
you're
true.
Able, and you're able to move your body function, your arms swinging, your legs
Well,
walking.
we talking about mental,
but they
mental,
they
alcoholics and
drug addicts
or have mental health.
Yes,
Yeah.
Some of them are. Some of them have post-traumatic syndrome for being in Vietnam War and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
And
I mean, we had a family member that said he liked how because you always help them and try to get them housing, and he literally said out his mouth, y'all didn't think that I like to live on the street.
Right. And some people do.
Some people
Because they ain't got to worry about bills and
Yeah.
so that's kind of deep that you said that, because some people can really actually know what it's like to live off the grid, where they're not working a job, they're not paying no bills. You know what I'm saying? They're not worried about the worries that we all have as what we would call normal people. You know, working a 9 to 5, working your ass off, working till you're 65. You know, getting that little bit of retirement money, which should be a couple million, because you working for somebody's company for 20 and 30 years and making them millions, and they want to give you, you know, a little retirement monthly check. You know what I'm saying? But we kind of want to wrap that up on the mental health thing. Tamar, is there anything you want to add to it?
No, I don't have anything to add at this moment. I want to thank everybody for listening to us about the topic, and hopefully you can tune in next week. We'll have some other topics that we would love to discuss.
And if y'all want to, want some topics to discuss, we can, we're taking, people's topics that they would like to discuss. It's about positive healing and affirmations.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So next week, I think I want to talk about physical health, and I want to talk about the diet and people's, a lot of people have been reaching out to me because they are suffering deeply from constipation. I mean, I'll be having calls out the wazoo, like, what can I use? What can I take? And blah, blah, blah. So I would definitely share some of the things that people can use and take and do.
Yes, that would be great.
To, to detox, to eliminate, to start flushing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
digestive health is crucial.
Yes, absolutely.
That's where our disease
comes from the gut. Yeah.
From the belly.
So we're not going to just be talking about health. We're going to talk about a lot of things, promoting people's businesses and talking about entrepreneurship, talking about the children, what we can do more to aid our children, in the city and, locally and globally, because I feel like a lot of things that happens in a lot of major cities, enough is not targeted towards our youth. They don't have a lot of things, like they have concerts and, they have this and that. It's always targeted towards the adults. We have to do more for our children. These children, they be bored. They don't hardly, if you got a culture fest or something happening for the adults, do one for the children. You know what I'm saying? If you got a workshop going on, get one for the children. We gotta, I think we some selfish adults. I do know that in this country. And we do not focus enough on these children, because these children, they need some attention. Even these teenagers, even some of these so-called grown-ass men and women do too. Yes, of course. So we're going to get up out of here, Tamar.
All right. I'll just thank everybody for listening, and check y'all next time.
Oh, I need my glasses.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah, we out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in again for Positive Affirmations.
And that was my song y'all heard in the background.
Yes, that was Sister Tamar's song
Energy
in the background called Energy. And it's a wonderful song. It's part of the show. We're going to be playing Positive Energy, and we're going to be playing that song because it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, y'all. We're going to get up out of here with that positive affirmation.
Do good,
blessed. Yes, we love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in for Positive Affirmations. I love it. I love when you embrace.
Where did this energy come from?
Day to day. Day aftermath. Always. I love that you thought of that. Because this is her idea, y'all. And I let her bring it to life. And we're going to bring that idea to life because I thought it was a great idea. We out of here, y'all. Love y'all.
Salute.
Knowledge of yourself is the key for lost souls. Too many perish from it. I be like Fred Sanford, calling you a big dummy. You got big money, so what? Who cares? Currency is energy, and it's all something we have. basics. This vibe is too high for you